And another motivation why these ladies wanted to have this conference is because they saying, oh, we're not like a Oprah Winfrey. Oh, we come from the same type of backgrounds you guys come from. When was that enough to qualify to speak about certain things? Because we come from the same background. Sometimes when the person comes from the same background with you, they can't help you. They can't help you. That does not qualify you to be telling people what to do. You guys just got into this relationship. You're not qualified. You're not qualified to tell people what to do or how to go about doing. Or you could tell your story, but that's your story. You don't know what's going to happen in 3 months. You don't know what's going to happen in 6 months. 5, 10 years, 15, come back and let us know how it went. Because it's not only about manifesting. You need to know what to look for in a mate. What to check off and what to check in. Because Alexis Skyy was like, oh, she manifested him even up to the way he was, how tall he was. And she prayed for him. Okay, but you started doing it with God. You started doing God's way, praying for God. God sent me this thing. And then when you get the person God supposedly send, then you started doing your way. Now you looking to have a baby. Just a baby. Just a baby. Which is not marriage, which is going to secure your home, but just a baby. But you was praying to God. And then even with Stormy, I remember she was talking to Kevin Samuel. She's like, she don't want no, that's not what she wants. She doesn't want a man. But of course, many times people say certain things is because, you know, they kept on making, maybe kept on making bad decisions. And that's why they say it like a defense mechanism, like a facade. But deep down, that's what they truly want. But here she is now with a boyfriend. And then what gets me is you want to be a wife, but then you still want to show off your assets to the world. You say, oh, we could do whatever you want. It's things like that. I don't be. But you are a wife. There's certain things a wife does and does not do. Because even when you're single, it's certain stuff you don't show off. That's why you're supposed to learn from older women and older women that are transparent. Not them older women who be trying to act like, oh, all things is okay. I'm very happy. Oh, everything is going fine in my marriage. Oh, we've been happy from day one. That's a lie. Because marriage is not easy. And everybody has to put in the work to make it work. But when would modesty come back? When would modesty come back? Because a man who would let you be showing off all this and showing off all that, that's just for his ego. So he could, so other men can say, yeah, that's mine. That's just for his ego. And then sometimes certain women be talking bad, but other women who you know, show, oh, you're not supposed to do that, and then they end up doing the same thing too. But most of the time that comes from because they are unable to do it. Because they may not have the body, or they may not have the capacity, or the status that they have, it will be inappropriate. But deep down, they really want to do that. But modesty. As a wife, you need to be covered up. You cannot be walking half naked and then you're a wife. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make, what kind of example you're setting for your if you have daughters, if you have sons, if you have children. And sometimes another thing that's stopping you from receiving what your husband or your wife is because you have a self-esteem problem also. Because if God give you this woman or this man the way that you are, with your this way that the way that your self-esteem is, you're gonna think that this woman and this man is a god. Like, oh my goodness, like you gonna put them on a pedestal. And you know God will not share his glory with nobody. He will not. Sometimes we have to build our self-esteem because we've been on social media all the time, you know, compared, looking at other people highlight reels. And we get this level, we lower our self-esteem because we stay on social media. And you listening to these men talking about, oh, if you have this, if you are single, you a used car, nobody wants you, this and that. That's what man say. What does God say? If you have been waiting on the Lord, you have put in the work. You have put in the work, whether you got, you know, you have got a degree, you got a good job that's able to keep you financially stable, you were able to build businesses, or you able to, you know, gain skills that will help your family. You believe God, that God has somebody for you. And that man could have kids, that man cannot have kids, but that man will be for you. And you guys need to work together to make it work, to build a family, to build generational wealth, to give your kids a head start. Not give them everything that you didn't have, because when we do that, we're not helping the kids. Giving them everything that you didn't have, you're not helping them. But give them a head start. You didn't get a head start. But now you and your husband will be able to give your kids a head start. Whether you give them a home, and then they have, of course, they have to work to pay it. Whether you pay off all their school, and you put money away from in the bank for them, so they can use, so they can build a future, their own future. You give them a head start, because that's what the other people do. They give their kids a head start. And some that don't do that, that probably give them everything that they didn't have. They give their kids everything that they have. You see what type of kids that breed. Sometimes ungrateful kids, entitled kids, and you're not helping them. So ladies, in the time that we're living in, this is not the time. But with this manifesting thing, I know people that are known witches, full-blown witches that manifest. So that's the thing. Just anything that's popular, everything that people embracing, the things of God, people usually shun. They don't want to do anything, have to do anything with it. So that's why I question this manifesting movement. But anyway, that's what you want to do, manifesting, man. That's not the only thing you need to do, woman or man. You need to know what to look for in a relationship. You need to know who you are, so that you can know what you need in a relationship. And you need to stop being selfish, because when your relationship is not only about you anymore. If you're selfish, you shouldn't even be in a relationship anyway. Let's think about it. But you cannot only be manifesting, because we're living in these times that you have men that truly hate women, and you have women that truly hate men. You need to know how to figure that out. Everybody that comes in your life has an agenda. Your job is to figure out what that agenda is. And when you figure it out, that's up to you to decide if you're going to go with that. But when you start, if you're not able to do that, and then you ready jump in the bed with this person, you in a whole lot of trouble. Because as soon as intercourse into these relationships, you can't think clearly. You can't see clearly. Anyway, that's all I had to say on the situation. Finally got this video up. Trust me, I did this a long while ago. Couldn't upload it for some reason, but I'm done. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.